Hello, and welcome to English Made Easy, the podcast designed to help you, the determined learner, enhance your English skills. I'm your host, Avery. In today's episode, we're tackling a very common challenge: how to build confidence and speak English more fluently. Do you ever feel nervous when you have to speak English? Maybe your heart beats fast, or you forget your words. If you said yes, don't worry, you are not alone. To help us with this topic, we have a special guest today. She is an English teacher and language coach. Please welcome Zia. Hi, Zia. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Avery. It's great to be here. I'm excited to talk about this.
So, Zia, let's start with the big question. Why do so many English learners feel scared or nervous to speak?
That's a great question. I think the number one reason is the fear of making mistakes. Learners worry that people will laugh at them or think they are not smart if they say a word wrong or use the wrong grammar. This fear can be very strong, and it stops them from even trying.
That makes sense. So, what is the first step to overcome this fear? What's your first tip for our listeners?
My first tip is simple but very important. It's okay to make mistakes. Really, mistakes are a normal part of learning. Think about a baby learning to walk. They fall down many, many times, but they get up and try again. Making mistakes in English is the same. It shows you are trying.
That's a great way to think about it. So, we should embrace our mistakes, not fear them.
Yes, most native speakers are very happy that you are trying to speak their language. They will be patient. They will help you.
Okay, so tip number 1, it's okay to make mistakes. What's your second tip for building confidence?
My second tip is to start small. You don't need to have a long, perfect conversation on your first day.
Start small. Can you give us an example?
Of course, you can start with something very simple. For example, when you go to a coffee shop, order your coffee in English. Just say, "Hello, can I have a latte, please?"
Okay, just one sentence.
Yes. Or ask a stranger for the time. "Excuse me, what time is it?" These are small moments. But when you do them successfully, you build a little bit of confidence. Each small step makes the next step easier.
That's fantastic advice. It feels much less scary. Okay, we have 2 great tips. What is the third and final tip for today?
My third tip is to focus on communication, not perfection.
Communication, not perfection. I like that.
The goal of language is to share ideas and connect with people. It is not an exam. Did the other person understand you? If the answer is yes, then you were successful.
Right. It doesn't matter if you used in instead of on.
Exactly. Don't let a small grammar rule stop you from sharing a big idea. Just speak. You can use your hands, you can point to things, just communicate.
Those are 3 amazing tips, Zia. Do you have any more for our listeners?
Of course. My fourth tip is to become a good listener. The more you listen to English, the more you will understand its rhythm and flow. It will also help you learn new words and phrases in a natural way.
That's a great point. So, what should our listeners be listening to? Movies? Music?
Both are excellent options. The key is to find something you enjoy. If you like stories, watch movies with subtitles in your own language first, then watch them again with English subtitles. Or try a TV series. They are often easier to follow. For music, pay attention to the lyrics. You can find them online and read along as you listen. Podcasts on topics that interest you are also a fantastic resource.
Those are great suggestions. But is it just about having English playing in the background, or is there a more effective way to listen? Those are great suggestions. But is it just about having English playing in the background, or is there a more effective way to listen? Those are great suggestions. But is it just about having English playing in the background, or is there a more effective way to listen?
That's a crucial point, Avery. We're talking about active listening. This means you're not just a passive hearer. Pay close attention to how speakers use intonation to express emotions. Notice the rhythm and flow of sentences. This deeper level of listening helps you absorb the music of the language, not just the words.
That's a fantastic range of options. And I imagine that as our listeners consume more English content, they'll naturally pick up more vocabulary and sentence structures.
Exactly. The more you immerse yourself in the language, the more comfortable you'll become. And now for my fifth and final tip: find a speaking partner. Practicing with another person is one of the most effective ways to build fluency and confidence.
A speaking partner sounds like a fantastic idea. But what if our listeners can't find someone in their local area?
That's a very practical concern. Fortunately, the internet offers many solutions. There are websites and apps specifically designed for language exchange. You can connect with native English speakers who want to learn your language. This way, you can help each other. Additionally, there are online communities and forums where you can find conversation groups. The key is to be proactive and seek out these opportunities.
That's great advice, Zia. Being proactive online can connect our listeners with people all over the world. Do you have any other strategies to share before we move on to our practice phrases?
Yes, one more. My sixth tip is to prepare for common situations. Think about scenarios you are likely to encounter. For example, ordering food at a restaurant, introducing yourself at a social event, or asking for directions. By learning and practicing key phrases for these specific contexts, you build a kind of phrase library in your mind. When the situation actually happens, you won't feel so lost or panicked because you'll have the words ready.
That's a brilliant practical strategy. It's like giving yourself a script for real life situations. So instead of trying to know everything, learners can focus on what's most useful for them first.
Precisely. It reduces the mental pressure and makes speaking feel more manageable. Each successful interaction, no matter how small, will boost your confidence for the next one. I feel a little nervous.
Good. For example, I have to speak English now and I feel a little nervous. Okay, phrase 2.
It's okay to make mistakes.
Great. You can say this to yourself before you speak. It's okay to make mistakes. Phrase number 3.
Let me try that again.
Excellent. If you make a mistake, you can just say, sorry, let me try that again. Number 4.
Thank you for your patience.
This is a very polite phrase. I am still learning. Thank you for your patience. And our last phrase.
Focus on communication.
Yes, remember this idea. My goal is to focus on communication. That was a wonderful discussion. And now we are near the end of our show for today. Let's do a quick summary. To be more confident, remember these key ideas. 1. It's okay to make mistakes. They are proof that you are learning. 2. Start small. Practice in easy, low-pressure situations. And 3. Focus on communication, not perfection. The goal is to be understood. Your homework for this week is to try just one small thing. Order a drink in English or say hello to a tourist. You can do it. Zia, thank you so much for your wonderful advice today.
My pleasure, Avery. Keep up the great work, everyone.
And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us on English Made Easy. Keep practicing, stay positive, and we'll talk to you next time. Goodbye.